It's the Two Please Vlogoween.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another Two Please Halloween Vlogoween video. So today we're going to be doing the villains tag, which is something you found on the internet.
Yeah,
not so
floating
long
around.
ago, but
I don't think it's not a new tag. It's an older one, but it's got good questions, and we don't often talk about villains in detail. So.
And we should, because main part of Disney, right?
Well, I think a lot of people whose videos I watch don't really like the villains.
Really?
I think it's quite a dividing topic.
A good Disney film needs a good villain.
I'm a villain fan. I like them a lot, yeah. So anyway, I'll go through the questions. First question is favourite villain and why?
So I picked Scar, unsurprisingly. I've mentioned him in a few videos. I just love his sarcastic tone. I love how he keeps his plans to his chest, and then sends a large number about them. But
he's pretty evil. Kills his brother.
Yeah, but he also has this whole complex of thinking he was the first in line and stuff, and that he's gonna do right.
He's definitely got some sort of issue with superiority and all that.
Yeah, but it's Jeremy Irons doing the voice, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best performance, I think. We watched the latest Lion King at cinema, and one of my biggest gripes was there was no Jeremy Irons.
Yeah,
so
I think he's a pretty imperative part of that film.
Yeah.
My favourite is Dr. Facilier because I just think he's really cool. I think he's got a good song. It's one of my favourite songs. I think he's got a cool outfit. I love the Princess and the Frog in general and that whole voodoo thing. Yeah. I just really like him. The Shadow Man. He's just really cool. And he's not too evil. He didn't kill anyone. Well, he kills Ray, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's not too evil. He just
stepped on him.
But lures people in and then twists them and
But anyway, he's my favourite.
General stuff to keep up his bargain. But yeah, moving on.
Right, number 2. A villain... Oh, by the way, we haven't consulted with these. We don't know what each other's answers are. So number 2 is a villain you would love to get in trouble with. Okay,
so I picked Captain Barbossa. I struggled with this one because I didn't really, want to hang out with many villains.
And also, I think the villains tend to come to a bitter end, don't they? A lot of them die, so hanging out with them might not be the best thing.
Yeah, it might not be best for me. But I picked Barbossa purely because pirates are cool. Skeleton pirates are even cooler. Put them all on a ship. I mean, yeah, he might do some bad things, But
would you want to be one of his shipmates?
Yeah, we'd have a nice song afterwards, a shanty.
Well, a similar kind of line, I've picked Hook. Because I think, if you hang around with Hook, then that means you're in Neverland, and that means I will get to see Neverland.
That'd be cool.
And, I think that generally Hook isn't that bad to his shipmates. I mean, he treats me like rubbish, but the rest of them tend not to.
Kind of deserves it.
He doesn't really suffer, do they? The rest of them don't really suffer. So anyway, yeah, I picked Hook. Number 3 is a villain whose bad side you wouldn't want to get on.
This one, we're going back to your first answer because I picked Dr. Facilier. He's got voodoo, he's got hoodoo, he's got things he ain't even tried. And he's got friends on the other side. So, who wants to mess with a voodoo guy? I mean, really, he could do all sorts to you.
You could say that about a lot of the villains, though.
I know, but you could say that about any of them. You got sea witches and all sorts. But yeah, voodoo. You don't mess with voodoo. I
picked Jafar because similar kind of vein again. He could become the most powerful sorcerer in all of the world, and who knows what he could do to you. But then I had a cheeky little second answer, where I also picked Shere Khan because he's a tiger, and he could rip you to shreds.
That's very true.
But mainly Jafar.
If you see me going like this, it's just because I've got a sore gum. I'm very aware of it.
Not been doing anything dodgy. Okay, number 4 is favourite villain quote.
Okay, so I'll read mine off because I want to get it right.
Okay.
I put, "Oh no, Mufasa, perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me."
It's a good one.
It was always going to be a Scar quote.
He's got a lot of good quotes.
Yeah, it's just so menacing, yet not giving much away. It's just ooh.
I feel like Scar's got some of the best. Mine is, I'll read it properly. "You better stop believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner, because you're in one."
It's my mate, Bobby Barbossa.
Yeah, but I have a second one for this too.
Oh.
I also like "Another glorious morning makes me sick." But yeah, 2 very good quotes.
Yeah.
Love that. I quote that quite regularly, don't I? That Barbossa quote. I think it's really cool. Okay, number 5. Favourite villain's song?
Well, this is going to be a surprise. I picked Be Prepared.
Of course you did.
Getting any sort of hints as to who my favourite is right now?
Yeah, I'm sensing a theme.
Yeah.
Any reasons or?
It's just mint, isn't it? It's just class. It's got a huge number to it. It's epic. Jeremy Irons sounds amazing.
What did you think of the new Be Prepared from the live action?
It really riled me up, to be honest. Yeah. It was kind of just washed across. It was just like.
I thought it was okay. Yeah. I didn't think it was as bad as what you thought, but it wasn't anything like the original.
I know.
My favourite is Friends on the Other Side because I love that song, and I also love Come Little Children from Hocus Pocus. But then I don't think Sarah could be really classed as a villain because she's the silliest and nicest of the Sanderson sisters.
She's still a Sanderson sister.
Yeah, but anyway, Friends on the Other Side mainly. Number 6, most relatable villain.
This is getting such a repeat. I struggled with this one again because I don't really know how I can relate to many of the villains. The only thing I could think of, surprisingly, was Scar's sarcasm. But then, physically...
You love your brother?
Physically, Gaston.
Oh, of course.
Maui.
Oh, right, okay.
Other handsome men.
You like shiny things?
I do like shiny. So it might be Tomatoa. I've got
Tomatoa?
Oh my word.
What did you actually say, Scar?
I just said I struggled and put Scar in.
Yeah. Mine is Captain Hook again because in my eyes he was just being annoyed by this annoying little child.
Oh.
And I think, you know what, like he lost his arm because of some little kid. He's scared of crocodiles and I'm absolutely terrified of crocodiles and alligators. And at the end of the day, he just wants to get revenge on this little idiot who keeps bothering him.
Aye.
And I think, you know what, fair dues. Like, I can understand why he's the way he is. And I'm often annoyed by small children. So...
Children are pretty annoying. I mean, like children.
Some children are lovely.
Oh, God.
But when they're children that you don't know...
Oh, 10 times worse.
Well, I'm really not coming across well. Okay, next question. Most overrated villain?
I put Maleficent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really shocked at that. I think she's a good one.
And
she's very rated.
My main reason was because she's obviously the main one, and I want the evil queen.
Which is a dragon.
Yeah, but evil queen's cooler.
Oh, I disagree.
Mainly because I just like that sassy evil queen in Disneyland.
Oh, but Maleficent's so cool. I disagree entirely. I don't think she's overrated.
Well, I knew you would, but that's what I put.
I think that Kylo Ren is severely overrated.
I didn't even think about Star Wars, yeah.
I think he's massively overrated. Not that I don't dislike him, but he's just like a moody teenager who like doesn't know what he wants to be. It's like, if you're going to be evil, then be evil. Like, I just don't understand the hype with Kylo Ren. I certainly don't understand the hype with the actor that plays Kylo Ren. People love him.
Driver.
People think he's gorgeous, and I just don't understand.
Because of his big chest.
His big face. Anyway, he's my overrated one. Next question, most underrated villain?
I put Frollo.
Yeah. It's a good one.
He's one of the few Disney villains where I feel like it's extremely sort of related to real life. I mean, not even just in history, but even now you have characters of all that kind. Same as with, what do you call him in Pocahontas?
Ratcliffe.
Yeah, I think he says something like, they're not like us, so they must be evil or something. It's very much that whole...
prejudice
thing. Which still exists today, so
there's no
it's very prevalent.
Yeah. Prevalent. There's no like magic to Frollo being a villain, he's just horrible.
Yeah.
Mine is Cruella. Not because of anything that you had said, but just I don't think that she gets enough love, really. I mean, she's a horrendous villain. She wants to skin puppies. And
that's fashion, darling.
And I don't think you see much of her, but I think she's like a cool villain.
Oh, she's cool.
Next question. Favourite villain scene in a movie?
I put Hellfire. Going back to my band Frollo for Hunchback. That song's just class. I would love to see the musical.
Yeah. Because
that song is just amazing. It's so epic and dark and really not what you would expect from Disney. I mean, it's talking about burning a girl if she doesn't want to be with him because he's lusting after her. I mean,
he's going against his faith and his beliefs.
It's just dark.
He's fighting with his own demons, isn't he?
Yeah, it's mint. I love it.
I mean, I've gone in a completely different realm because you've gone like really dark. I've said that my favourite villain scene in a movie is Yzma and Kronk when they go down to Yzma's lab in the car.
That should be a ride.
It should be a ride, yeah. I just love that scene. I think it's hilarious. I think that Yzma's she's also an underrated villain, but she's not my favourite underrated villain. But yeah, because I just think it's hilarious and I want to go on that little train car thing.
It'd be so good though, as a ride. Like if it was like a dark ride with roller coaster elements, kind of like Gringotts.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be cool. Anyway.
Next question. If you could choose to watch any Disney movie from the villain's perspective, what would it be and what would it be called?
Okay, going back to my lion brother.
Alright, okay.
Mine would be called, it would be Scar's film, it'd be called Be Prepared. It's about Scar's uprising because, like, he's seeing the lions as, like, I don't know, the not looking after the lower people, the hyenas, so he's feeding them these, like, tales of, like, how he's gonna come up strong and get rid of these evil rulers, this evil Mufasa who doesn't give them any food and banishes them.
My only point about that is, do you not find that The Lion King is a lot from Scar's perspective already, though?
True.
You see a lot of his side. You want more?
I just like the name Be Prepared.
Well, I haven't got a name for mine.
I'll
maybe
give you one.
You can maybe think. I thought that it would be a cool idea to see a film of WALL-E, but from Otto's perspective. Otto being the robot that is the one that controls all like the people where they're all fat and like and I just think like how you will be able to see how mankind had got to that point. I think Otto was a villain.
So WALL-E wouldn't be in it until right at the end.
Yeah, it'd be more like seeing. It wouldn't really be about WALL-E. It would be more just a film showing how humankind had got to that stage. That's my idea. Maybe it would just be called Otto.
Yeah.
But also, I also thought that I would like to see a film based from the perspective of Bruce from Finding Nemo.
For some reason, I thought Bruce Willis though.
And I thought it would be called Fish Are Friends, not Food. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, next question. Favourite villain merchandise?
Okay. I interpreted this as sort of from the parks because I don't really know much villain merchandise outside of that. I know you can get like t-shirts and dresses and stuff. But
so not something that you own? Not your favourite?
I don't personally own this, but it would be one of the Gaston's Tavern steins that you can get.
Yeah.
They're sort of ceramic ones with the lid. They're really cool.
Yeah. Well, I've kind of gone with something that we do own and something that I would like to own. I mean, I haven't got it to show you, but my favourite piece of villain merchandise that we own would be the Kakamora pin. Because they're villains, right? And then my favourite thing that I would like to own would be the Loungefly villain like line. So the bag, the purse, the purple one that's got the...
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
The villain, the villain's on. Number 12 is least favourite villain. Now, do we interpret this as least favourite as in one that you're not bothered about, or least favourite as in the one that you dislike the most? Because I've got two options based on whatever we think.
I just did it on one I wasn't
bothered
too
about
because I struggled with this one a lot.
Alright, well I've gone for one that I think's the worst and one that I think...
Oh, right. It's like the evilest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought the evilest is Frollo.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he's just horrible. There's nothing positive about him. He's not funny.
Yeah.
You know how like...
Yeah, he has no...
Yeah, like Fair Enough, Maleficent and the Evil Queen are like evil and they kill people but they're like sassy with it, whereas Frollo's got no redeeming qualities. He's just horrible.
But in his eyes he's doing the right thing, isn't he?
But I just don't like him.
Interesting.
I don't like him.
I went for one that I wasn't really too bothered with, and I had to think about this. I looked on a few websites and because I really struggled, and I picked Prince John from Robin Hood.
Okay.
Purely because when you think of Disney films, you think of like menacing and stuff, and Prince John's just a bit soft, and he just lays about.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
a good
really do
one.
much. So.
I never even thought of him. I've put Lady Tremaine as the one that I'm not bothered about from Cinderella, the evil stepmother. I mean, she's horrible because she's essentially abusing a stepdaughter. But she's the one that I'm not as bothered about. She just doesn't appeal to me as much.
Yeah.
And then the last question is favourite villain sidekick.
Now, I feel like you're gonna have a go at me on this one.
Oh really? Why?
Because I haven't fully watched it. I've been in the room when it was on, but I was building a barbecue. As you do.
I don't even know what you're going to say.
So I picked Kronk.
I picked Kronk too.
Because the bits I did see, I really enjoyed it for his new groove, and I just like Kronk. He's the comic relief, but he's kind of loyal to her, but he questions what he's doing.
For me, like, he's a villain sidekick, but he's not a villain.
Yeah, he's basically on the wrong team, and then he realizes
it. He's not evil, but he just happens to be a villain sidekick. I also think the same. Not like it's not my favourite, but I feel the same about you know the one, excuse me, from Pocahontas, the one that like grooms Percy and is like with the little ponytail. Like he's a sidekick to Governor Ratcliffe, but he's not evil at all. He just happens to be on the wrong team. Yeah. And I feel that about Kronk, but also Kronk's hilarious, and I like it when he's like squeak, squeakity, squeak, 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 squeakity, squeak. Yeah, so that's mine. Good.
I think that's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all the questions. Yeah.
So, let us know who you would pick for yours.
Yeah.
If you want to do this, we'll put the questions in the description box.
We tag anyone that wants to do it.
As always.
Or if you just want to answer a couple, who's your favourite and who's your least favourite villains? Yeah, and that's everything. So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very much. Please subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next Vlogoween video.
Bye!
Bye!
Squeak, squeakity, squeak.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.